Yes, for the city of Chesapeake, we have, it's great if you're coming out of school to work for the city of Chesapeake. And the reason I'm saying that is we have like a alphabet soup of technology. Unfortunately, we have some of the old systems still exist, and we also have the cutting edge as well. So at the same time, depends on where you are and your interests, you can come in and really hit the ground running in one of those fields. We have, for the most part, we have project management, and this is a key. Okay, this is where your business analysts are going to be. You got to understand the business. You understand why these things work. So we have people that knows that. You have computer programmers. You have database developers. Okay, you have people who develop codes, write their own codes in legacy system as well as in .NET and C++. Some of the things that you may have been experiencing this week. So we have all of that, and most importantly, we have security built around those things. Okay, because without these new endeavors that we have coming with the world of the cloud options, you got to have security. That's a major part of it. So that's really what we have within
Very
the
good.
city.
Very good. Remember that IT spans around from fixing hardware, right? Fixing PCs. So when you go into Best Buy and is it the Geek Squad or whatever. So that's baseline assembly, disassembly, hardware service, and some elementary levels of application work, et cetera, going all the way up the spectrum to actually developing, whether it's web apps, websites, all sorts of development. So remember, there's a broad spectrum of job opportunities within technology. Patty, how about Hamilton Consulting?
We are a consulting firm, but we have a diverse arena like the city. We hire a lot of project managers. The Army, Navy, they're big into hiring for project management type positions. With that comes test and evaluation, which is testing the software, programming, learning how to not just develop the software, but then test it and make sure that it works. We are working with the Coast Guard right now, which is totally kind of opposite where my company started, but there's such a broad range within government contracting. We're working with the Coast Guard to repair circuit cards and radar systems for systems that they can't afford to upgrade. They need to keep them repaired. So there's a need for people that want to learn how to repair cards and circuit cards and boards and systems. So there's a need for all of those types of positions within a lot of the different organizations. So even though it might be an IT company, there's a lot of different diverse areas that we also hire for, and the management side of it, the business analyst, the financial, and every business needs accountants, technical writers. So it's a diverse. So don't just think it's it's an IT company. I am not that interested in IT. We need all types of people in our fields. So keep that in mind when you're looking to choose a career path that you want to be a little diverse, and that's would be good for you.
Right.
I think I'm starting to see a trend here, being that we're a little bit different business. We resell software to large enterprises, being commercial organizations. Say you probably heard of Sony, Wendy's, all these Food Line. You've heard of all these places, as well as government entities in the public sector. Same thing. So when we're reselling the software, we need to analyze the business and what their needs are, as Peter had talked to as well, and then map that software to meet those business needs. So it's just not about deploying some code on a system, those types of things. And then from there, when we're actually doing the implementation, there's a lot of the project management aspects, and then the actual the system administration aspect is what we would do. System administrators, they need to deploy databases to support that, and then still interact with the network. So on and so forth. Likewise, we have some of our folks that they like to do more of the programming. That's what they gravitate to. Therefore, they may create integrations with different applications, as well as the folks that maybe they like to be in front of folks, like Dan is right now, or we are, to do the training. That's what they gravitate towards. So they're able to have those key skills there as well.
So we are, as I mentioned at the beginning, a mobile development firm, and one of the things that people always assume, and you probably assume when you're deciding that you want to get into mobile or you want to learn mobile applications, that it's purely the development side of it. I will tell you, if in my particular organization, if you look at my staff, only about 25% of my staff are actual developers, because The first thing you have to do when you're developing a mobile application, as you guys probably learned this week, is I have to figure out what problem am I trying to solve? What audience am I trying to build it for? And then I have to understand that audience, and then I have to understand their specific needs. All that work, and the developers hate when I say this, so I hope they don't watch this video, but we always argue and say the development's the easy part. I mean, once we've determined the audience, we understand what the audience needs, we've spec'd out how the application should work, we've wrapped that around the business requirements. Now all I have to do is hand it to a competent developer to develop it. Now, I'm really not trying to diminish the role of the developer, but the point being is, back to everybody keeps talking about analyst, and the reason I say this is business analyst is a very overused term across our industry. And what exactly does a business analyst do? Well, in our specific organization, the business analysts do just that. They go out and analyze the business that we're trying to help, understand their business, and then try to come up with ways that mobile applications can make them more efficient, more profitable, and ultimately make their employees more happy to do whatever it is they're doing. That's the hard part up front. The building it, it's necessary, but understand that you can be in mobile applications, you can be a very key and important person in mobile applications, not necessarily know how to write one line of code.
You know, that's a great point. As we talk about the workplace skills,